Yes. Oh shit.
All right, calling up the call. Anybody hear this? Can everybody hear this song? Let's see if this is the right song I'm looking for.
I want to watch.
No, papi, you have to go to
Let's not get into the chase. Not get into the chase.
You brought me fame and fortune.
Do y'all know what the song is?
I thank you all.
No.
Ronnie knows.
Yes, we are the champions.
Queen.
No pleasure cruel.
Oh, okay.
Challenge before all human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions.
I want to win this cup. I'm ready to win some prizes.
And we'll keep on fighting till the end.
All right, let me hear the hook.
We are the champions. We are the champions.
That's all the words I know.
No time because we are the champions.
All right, awesome. That was my favorite song. Yay! Everybody here's on a team, right?
Yes.
Pretty much. I just have 2 more teams I gotta set up. My team is going to be. I didn't announce this just yet. All right, I'll message you guys. All right. But I just have 1 more team that I gotta finalize. But pretty much everybody should be on the team. Awesome. So I'm like super excited. Who else is excited about this cup?
I am. Bam.
So did we all take a good look at what the prizes are?
I saw some. I saw like the Apple stuff.
Yeah, these are some of the best prizes.
Oh yeah.
That they have.
No, I don't know if they know, but the prizes are divided depending. It's a bracket. I don't know who's in the background with a lot of noise.
All right, go ahead, talk.
It's divided. Everybody, please mute yourself.
Okay, go ahead.
It's divided by brackets. I just came off of a call from one of the team winners, by the way, for the Team Cup.
The Canadians?
Yeah. I was on a web call with her, and she shared a whole bunch of tips, which I took, of course, a whole bunch of notes. And it's divided by brackets. The first bracket is from the team that's on 7th place all the way to 10th place is going to win the just the Apple TV. And then everybody that goes from the 5th place to the 7th, I think, or 4th to the 7th, is going to be the Beats plus the Apple TV.
Headsets. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then you're going to get the top 3 teams are going to get that plus some other stuff. And of course, the number 1 team is the one that gets the trip to California to go to Corbett. Yes.
Yay. And I just came back from that headquarters trip. It was awesome.
And they get treated by, like royalty. And they get a huge cup. I don't know if you guys saw the cup, but it's pretty cool.
Oh, I took a picture of it.
Yeah. So,
I have to post it.
And I wanted to share that. But those are the brackets. And then the Team Cup is divided in 3 tiers. So if you go tier 1, it's only, what is it?
It's a cup.
Yeah.
It's
something customized there. And then what the 3 tiers means, depending on how much points you get, you can qualify for either 1, 2, or the 3 of them. So if you go above 75 points as a team, you're going to get the 3 prizes. But if you kick ass and you fall in the 10th team, you're going to get those 3 plus everything else that they give you for the position that you are in. Okay? So this is the biggest rewards that they have.
Yeah, this is like the cup with the most valuable prizes. So that's all going to be like, I created a Facebook page, and also all those prizes and stuff, like all that stuff is going to be in there. Andrea, if you took notes, maybe you can create some kind of document or something where you can post on our cup.
I have the slideshow. I took pictures of the slideshow.
Okay, so then if you can do that, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good stuff. So everybody should be in a group, and I'm just going to share just my experience being in a cup, and I'm also going to just share some tips. This cup, I'll share with you that when I first did a cup challenge, hold on, let me get plugged in. When I first, I'll just leave it like that. When I first did a cup challenge, I was actually convinced by my upline to do it. I had never been in a cup before. I had no idea what Success Club was. I just knew that I had to be part of this challenge. It was groups of 5, and that it was something that was going to help my business. So I just kind of took the chance, again, not ever having done Success Club or even knowing what it was about. And it completely changed my business because we, as a team, we really pulled together. Even though I was nervous, I didn't want to let my team down, which is a normal feeling. However, that feeling of being part of a group and knowing that you don't want to let your teammates down, it really pushed me. And, we didn't win huge prizes. We won some t-shirts, but I was like really excited, wearing my t-shirt, just showing it off because I was really excited that my team had won t-shirts because we all reached, I don't even remember what the points were, like Success Club 5 and above. So definitely for those of you that maybe have never been in a cup before, or for those of you that maybe are kind of like wondering or, not sure, this is definitely a challenge that can help give you a really good foundation to grow your business. So I'm going to share some tips. I personally feel that we should all be striving for Success Club 10 minimum. Obviously, the more points that you get, the more points you're going to contribute to your team. And just very quickly, you get three points for your team if you advance. So let's just say you advance from Emerald to Diamond during this cup challenge, you will get 3 points for you, which also goes to your team. If you have someone in your downline that happens to advance also in rank during this cup challenge, you will also get those points. All right, so it's really in your benefit, it's in your team benefits for many, many reasons for you to advance in rank. And this cup challenge historically has been known, even for Team Eagle, has been known to help many, many people advance in rank. Because whenever you're put in some kind of competition and you're put in a team environment and you pull together as a team, it really does tend to give you that push that maybe you might not typically have on your own. And once you have that push and that momentum going, these team cups are very strategic. So the company strategically puts it at during the specific times of the year so that you could take advantage of it. So being in a cup, take advantage also of the momentum because obviously, we're all going to reach Success Club, and it's going to give you that jump that you need in order to help you reach it month after month, and in order for you to help you create that pipeline also for next month. All right, so definitely take advantage of this. I'm going to share some tips, but this is like I've created a Facebook page just for this cup challenge. What I'm going to do is, maybe not all of you know that you're a team captain yet. I don't know if Noelia's on. Jerry-Ann is a team captain. The team captains are the ones that are going to be managing this page. Okay? We are all going to contribute to it, but I really want the leaders, which are the team captains, to really kind of step up and manage the page. And you're going to have a lot of tools to be able to do that because Beachbody itself has a cup challenge page where you're going to tap into that. You're going to be sent emails. You're even going to be given phone calls. Like corporate does these automated phone calls for team captains. So we can share like some of the tips. Don't worry about it. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm team captain. I got to do this and this and that. Millie's a team captain. You're not going to be alone in this. However, I do want you as team captains to step it up. I don't know if you noticed, but for the most part, what we're doing is the diamonds and some of the others that have been team captain before, we really kind of want to pass the baton onto some of you so that you can have the opportunity to kind of step up in terms of your leadership and represent for your teams and just to have fun with it, right? Because again, I mean, this is all about us helping each other. So there's going to be a lot of different ways that the team captains are going to have access to information. I'm going to have a lot of access, and so are the rest of us. So again, we'll be contributing. However, as a team captain, you're going to be helping to manage the page. So if people have questions, once, you know, when you come across valuable information, please post it. I probably didn't add everybody, and I just opened it up today. So I'll just make the diamonds admins, and then you guys just add your people. All right? Because I couldn't add everybody.
Denise, can I
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you talked about the Success Club points, one thing that she said was to never aim for 10, to go above and beyond that, to where people are shaky when they see the number, just like that she mentioned. And she said, she also recommended that we all should aim to the same amount of Success Club points each. So for example, if I say I want to meet Success Club 30, the whole team should go for Success Club 30. And even though you are scared as shit for it, you still have to push, because that very thing that makes you so scared is the very thing that's going to push you out of your comfort zone. Do not aim for just 5 people, because that is just an average. That's not even Team Cup numbers. Team Cup numbers go like that, go aggressive. Every single approach that we take should be in an aggressive way. And honestly, people, it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. I know I have shared this before, but I know I see a lot of new faces here. But my first month as a coach, it was the very first month of the Team Cup, and it was on the February. And I hit Success Club 22 on my first month as a coach. And I was 185 pounds, by the way. So if you want to make sure it happen, it will happen. And I always say this constantly, because when you're a brand new coach, you get so scared. And you be like, that's way too much for me. I don't know how I'm going to find all those people. But once again, like Denise said, you are not alone. This is the beauty of a Team Cup, because it's giving you more unity. You are supposed to rely on one another every single day, not whenever you feel like. Should be communication 24/7, every single day for the next 29 days.
I'm going to talk more about ways of doing that, ways of like
Exactly.
connecting with your team.
So-
and everything. But what Andrea's saying, aim really high, because if you aim high, and I always say that you hit right below the rim, you're still good.
Exactly.
Like I did say Success Club 10, but I mean, that really should be minimum, and that's 5 people. So we should be aiming for 10 to 15 people, because I like to break it down in terms of people, right? 10 to 15 people that you're going to help during this month. And absolutely, like Andrea said, like this can totally, like completely boost your business, this cup, right? Because we're competing for prizes. We're doing it together. We also want to have fun. And you know what I like? I think it was Angie, Maria, and a few of the other girls. They were part of the cup as a team. I think it was the last cup. And that actually helped them like create a bond with each other, which I thought was really cool, because they worked so closely together. And I'm going to give you guys some points as to how to do that. But man, I don't know if Maria's on, but Angie, can you quick share like how you guys worked really closely together during the last cup, and how that actually strengthened like your bonds and your connections together? Because I thought that was cool.
I mean, what we did sort of immediately was establish a new chat. And we're in daily contact with each other. We also then scheduled regular meetings every week. We'd get on a Zoom. The first one was initially to strategize and to come up with a plan. During that month, we scheduled our 5-day clean eating group. We also talked about how to earn points. So, for example, I learned during that cup that with a rank advancement, you also earn points. Which I managed to do during that cup. I got to Ruby. And Jamie, I believe, got to Emerald during that time. So just understanding, and Maria was good about that, because she was very knowledgeable on how to earn the points. So she was able to teach us how to earn points, and then we strategized. We came up with a schedule. We made sure that we did not miss our weekly calls, and just daily contact and helping each other, really. So through that chat, we were able to sort of help each other. If one of us were stuck, we'd able to give advice and help each other along.
So that's really, really good stuff. For the team captains, I do suggest that. So I do like that you guys, first of all, had the chats. I think some of you maybe created a Facebook page. I mean, that's totally fine. However you feel is best to communicate with your team, that's totally fine. That's going to be up to you. I like the one big page that I want us to still all be part of. But definitely what's going to happen is that you guys are also going to branch off and work very, very closely with your own teams. Okay. So we'll have our central page, and then you guys go off to however you want to handle it. You can either do chat, or you can do another separate Facebook page just for your cup challenge team. All right. So I do like that idea. Definitely weekly calls. There's cup groups that will have calls daily. I would absolutely love to have that, if not every other day. Like if it's a quick Zoom. I think what I'm going to do is once I have my team together, we'll kind of just talk closely and talk to each other and just see like what's going to work best. But there's definitely, this is how you're going to set it up. And I hope you guys are taking notes. The first thing that I want you to do is to talk to your spouses or significant others. Okay. Your children, your dogs, whoever lives with you. And
we don't want divorces we
don't want any divorces. Because spouses will be like, what are you doing? Trust me. I tell my husband ahead of time, honey, February is a team cup month. So I'm going to be going above and beyond to connect with my team. So what that means is that if 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, we'll see about that, but maybe 10:30 on a Saturday night, if my cup chat needs help, I'm going to be in there helping them. Okay. So that is what I want you all to talk to your spouses about, and let them know exactly what we're talking about, and say, hey, I'm part of this challenge for the month of February. There's going to be a lot of prizes being given out. I'm going to be part of a team. So I'm going to be working above and beyond the usual for the month of February. So honey, please bear with me, do whatever you have to do. If you have to have a date night just for your honey, however you need to do it, but let them know ahead of time that this is going to be that type of month. And if you need help, like ask them for help. Like I just asked Rosano for some extra help. And I'm looking for some other things that I need to do in terms of my business to kind of outsource, because I am feeling a little like it's a lot going on. Right. So whatever you need to do, guys, some of you, if you happen to know a teenager, I totally recommend that you pay this teenager $20 a week to like work some of your social media stuff. If you need guidance with that, let me know. Whether it's just kind of getting on Instagram and requesting friends for you and sending some highs or messages or whatever. Like if you happen to know somebody who's close to you that you can trust, or, a young person that can maybe, because these youngins, like they're good with social media, so that's kind of a good idea. Whatever you need to do for the month of February to get that extra support, like please ask your spouse, whoever you live with, and just kind of plan for it, guys. You have to plan to like lose sleep, like serious. This opportunity doesn't come often. This is like a quarterly kind of thing. And I think it's even less than that. I think it's 3 times a year actually, where this cup takes place. So you explain it to your spouse that way, that this is not something that often occurs, and and that you need to give this 150%. All right. So make sure that you do that. Make sure that we are scheduling time. A lot of what I'm encouraging all of you to do with your teams, or it doesn't even matter if you can't do it with your team specifically, but I want to start getting together more power hours. They don't have to be planned or scheduled. I have a different schedule than a lot of you. So I'm home. My prime time is during the day. So I might just quickly get on a chat. And if somebody happens to be home, I think the other day, Tanya was home, and she works. I know Andrea's home a lot. So I'm just going to be randomly doing that. For those of you that have that power hour in the evening, if you can please extend it to others, even if it's not necessarily your team, because we have to be sensitive to the fact that everybody has different schedules. We have to have more power hours during the day. If you don't know what that is, if you've never been on one, then raise your hand. Has everybody here been on a power hour or have done one? Has done one? No. Okay. So let's see when we schedule one. I know that some of the leaders, Angie, I feel like some of us need to step it up and run some power hours.
We should, that should be viral right now. I mean, for Teen Cup, we should be having a power hour daily.
Yeah. Even if it's not as a group, you guys yourself.
Small groups or whatever.
Yeah, however it needs to be, even if it's 2 people on a Zoom, if it's just you by yourself. I put a document on the Fit page, and I'm sure that for those of you that have a team page, and I even created an image where it literally tells you what a power hour should look like. So a power hour, if you don't know what that is, I'd rather we touch base privately or talk to your upline. Okay. So with that being said, we need to have power hours. Those really should be going on every day, whether you do it with a team or by yourself. Okay, that's totally fine. I like the team thing because I feel like we can kind of come together and like share some quick tips. Like it's just so easy for me to be on a particular app that maybe some of you guys are not using, and I can very quickly kind of be like, hey, this is a really cool app, you know, this is what I'm doing. It'll just make your life so much easier. These little tidbits of information that sometimes we can't really, you know, share with each other on a day-to-day basis. But if we're like on a Zoom and we're doing something together, it's so easy to share that information. So whenever you can, I strongly encourage Zooms, whether it's with 1 person or 15 people, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to my leaders, my diamond leaders, just to see if we can maybe split up different times where we can host kind of, not necessarily host them, but at least kind of get them together. And then we're going to put that information probably on the Cup page. Does that sound good, my diamonds? All right, we're going to have a call tomorrow. We can talk more about that. All right, so there's also, I mentioned the Facebook Cup page. That's probably going to be something, I believe that everybody can join that, but captains, if you don't know where that is, you can just go on Facebook and look for it. Just make sure it's a Beachbody page, or I can just send you the link. All right, so make sure that you friend each other, that everybody who's in a group friends each other. All right, so once you know whose team you're on, make sure that you're all Facebook friends. And part of that accountability in the group, and please write this down for team captains, should be checking on each other's social media pages and giving each other constructive feedback. All right, that's going to be really, really important, guys. I don't want anybody getting offended. I don't want anybody feeling embarrassed, because this is all about helping each other. So make sure as captains that you guys are doing that. What I think I'm going to do is just have a call, maybe just for the captains. I'm not sure if we can do it this week, because this week is almost shot and I have calls every single night. But even if we do some kind of chat or something, I think I'm going to do that just for the team captains. I did it last time so that we can kind of be in communication there in case you guys need guidance. Okay, does that sound good? Millie, Tony, whoever else is a team captain. All right. So part of that is also going to be kind of sharing what's working for each other, committing to the Success Club points. You got to make a commitment to your team, to yourself, that you will be working really, really hard. And truly hold each other accountable. So weekly, you guys should be checking in with each other. Hey, I'm at 0, I'm at 5. And don't be afraid to lean on each other. Hey, do you mind kind of taking a look to see, you know, what do you suggest? Making sure that you guys are following the daily 5. All right. So I've created images and posted that on Fit page. Make sure that you guys are following them. That should be on your phone. I would say to make sure that you're using the memory jogger and your contact list. Your BAT. It's really important, guys. If you guys are not writing down and documenting who you're talking to, you're going to lose track, trust me, or somebody else is going to take them. All right. I've had people lost to other coaches because I've lost track of them way back. All right. So please make sure that you're documenting in some kind of way who you're talking to, even following up with people from last month that didn't sign up. That's really, really important. All right. So make sure that you have some kind of documentation system. I feel like I covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover, but I do want to ask, the captains or anybody if you guys have questions. I want to kind of open it up. to see if you guys have questions. I feel like I covered everything.
Denise, are we gonna share the how to recruit 30 people?
The Eric Worre video? Yeah, I can post
they
it.
They recommended to actually do that now, like this week. Everybody to go and check that out. I don't know how many times I have seen that.
I know. I shared it with a few. I shared it, but I'll repost it. It's the Eric Worre video.
In the Team Cup page. What does that say? For everybody who's new and never been in that kind of cup. That specific video is a very aggressive system. It shows you a very aggressive system of recruiting. So like, for example, if you really want to push yourself and take yourself to the next level, he will tell you step by step how to do it. And that when you do that, you just take the notes and you implement those same steps into your, recruiting system. And he says to himself, he says, you have to set yourself up ahead of time for what's coming. If we have the next 29 days to be this aggressive, you have to know that you have to make a list of how many people are you going to reach out to every single day. How many conversations are you willing to start daily? Because remember, it's not just the inviting. You have to be adding new contacts, inviting the ones that you already have, following up. So this is going to be like a system, just like what we're supposed to be doing in the Power Hour. But that's exactly what he tells you. He breaks it down. But if you follow it like that to the T. And another thing they said was that we have to, every single day, let not just where we at in terms of Success Club, but what are the things that we are doing if we're not able to do the Power Hour together. So for example, how many people did you message today? How many follow-ups did you do? How many people got back to you? How many conversations you started? I mean, this is going to be a checklist every single day. Like if you're setting yourself up for success, these were the specific tips for it. We're talking about people who score over 100 and something points doing this every single day for 30 days nonstop. If you're willing to become a beast and really push your business to the very next level, I'm talking about people had advanced even 4 times in 1 month. That's insane. And it's all due to that system.
Mm-hmm. It is extreme, but
with extreme results.
But you will get extreme results. The Eric Worre video, it's basically like recruiting. I think it's 30 people in 30 days. I think it's called
20 people in 30 days.
20 people in 30 days. It is very extreme, and it does entail, like I mentioned earlier, talking to your spouse, letting them know kind of that you're gonna really need some extra time to work on Beachbody. On top of the time that you've already been doing, you would have to need some extra time. So it is an extreme way of recruiting a lot of people because you're just kind of devoted to that. But I'm going to put it on the page, watch it, and take what you can from it. And if you can utilize any of his tips, that's a good thing.
Ask your upline if you need guidance.
Yeah, because it is kind of extreme, but it works. I've actually have done it a few times. I actually need to do it again. And I wanted to do it like for the Cup Challenge, to just go on just a recruiting frenzy. Because that's going to build, and especially at the beginning of the year, us building this strong at the beginning of the year, it's really going to set the tone for the rest of the year. And like Andrea said, it's all about developing like a routine and new habits. So that's also part of what this cup does, is that it helps you develop like kind of structure and a new way of kind of looking at this business. Because, at the end of the day, I mean, I say this all the time, that in order for this to pay you like a business and treat you like a business, you have to work it like a business, like a job. You really, really have to invest that time and really value it like a job, like you would your day job. And you will see the benefits of it. All right. So this cup is also intended to push you to that level, to where you see some income, because ultimately we love what we do, but like, raise your hand. Like, who wants an income? Like, who wants to earn a few $100s a month? That is very, very possible. Even as a brand new coach, that in the first 30 days, you can get a check for $200-300. It is very, very possible. I've seen coaches get $400 checks in their first month of business, in their first 30 days. No, seriously. So if you think about it, if you continue to build in that way, I mean, you're just going to continue to see your income increase, but you got to put in the work, guys. And this Team Cup is intended to push you to get the work in. All right. So if anybody here feels differently after this call, please, we're not going to feel differently about you. We're going to love you no matter what. Please message your upline or your captain or whoever you need to message if you feel like you cannot be part of this. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you, seriously, because we're in it to win it. All right. We're in it to win. We're in to give you guys that push, to give each other that push, and to build that team, to kind of help us build those connections, right? And strengthen those relationships. Especially, I mean, and we want to have fun. Come on, guys. Like, we have to have fun with it. We got to like get creative and be silly and like, you know, put stuff out there that people are going to be drawn to. I'm going to share this with you. For those of you that maybe don't know, I just came back from a conference, the New Leader Conference. And there was a lot of amazing top coaches at this conference that I was able to actually talk to. And I'm going to share with you one common theme that I saw amongst all of these coaches that were there, pretty much all of them. I was drawn to them for some reason. They were like appealing. So I don't mean just physically. I mean like their personalities. I mean like they were personable. Like you kind of wanted to talk to them. And that's how we need to portray ourselves on social media, right? We have to put ourselves out there in a way that people are going to be drawn to us. And they're going to want to like follow us. And they're going to want for Erica to coach me. Or Damaris. Like, I want to go to Damaris because she has a pretty smile. So whatever it is, put it out there. Whatever people are drawn to. If it's your silly sense of humor, don't forget who you are, guys, because you guys all have amazing personalities. Right?
I'm sorry, keep going. But I'm going to share a book.
Go ahead, girl.
No. I'm coming across this, and you just said that. And I was like, oh, my God, that's what Craig Holiday said yesterday. About a book that speaks about that. If you want people to be drawn to you, that's the book. And right away, I was like, what
book is it?
It's called People Follow You.
Just People Follow You. Write it down. Cool.
By Jeb Blunt.
He sounds familiar. Jeff Blunt.
He says that's his favorite book. And everything Craig Holiday says, I listen to.
Yes.
Oh, my God. It's crazy because you were talking about that. And I was listening about that last night. He said, get that book if you want people to be drawn to you. You want people to be in love with you and you lead them the right way. You want an amazing team that is going to look up to you and you will be able to lead the right way. That's the book for you.
I hope it's on Audible because I don't like to read.
It is. I found it on iBooks.
I hate reading. Oh yeah, Damaris too. Okay, so that's a good book. Thank you so much. People Follow You. Absolutely. Like that was a common theme when I went to this conference. Like, and again, I don't mean like just appearance. I just mean like these were people that that had like an energy about them, right? And we're going to discover our energies through personal development. So guess what, guys? That's going to be part of you being in this cup is that everybody here needs to be doing personal development and we need to be able to contribute to our team as to what you're learning and what you're implementing. That should be part of what we're doing together as a team. If we're reading different books, awesome. Everybody probably will be reading different books. The Energy Bus is another one. I've recommended that book. It's on Audible. It is awesome and it's perfect for being part of a team. Keo said it's a good book. So the Energy Bus, that's also on Audible. All right, there's a lot of great stuff out there. We're always putting personal development out there. So make sure that you're reading something or listening to something on your commute. It's so easy, guys, to just kind of plug in. That's how I used to, when I was working a 9 to 5, that's how I was getting in my personal development. It was on my way to work. So there's really no excuse, guys, that it should be every single day. No excuse. I'm sorry. Okay. If you're the type of person that you need to headphones at work. Awesome. Whatever. If you're working at that type of job where you can get it in while you're at work, do what you got to do. And tell your boss, you know what? I'm in a cup challenge. Don't mess with me. Don't get fired, all right? I don't even get fired.
I need some extra income since you're not giving me a raise, damn it.
I mean, hey, you know, I mean, that's why we're here, right? So that's the personal development is a non-negotiable. All right. And not just listening to it, but implementing what you're listening to, guys. And if you're the type of person that needs to go to it twice, I had to go to the energy bus twice. Because the first time I was kind of doing too much and I wasn't absorbing. And then I was like, you know what? Let me give this book another try. And the second time around, I was like, wow. All right. So you know yourself best. If you need to tap into it twice, whatever it is, make sure that you are implementing what you're listening to, right?
And Denise, I just wanted to touch up on social media as well, as far as marketing ourselves and putting ourselves out there and attracting people, what we were just talking about. Take some time to also do some research on the social media platforms that you're using and what's going to work better for you and what's going to help you put yourself out there. All the social media platforms are different and they're created in a different way, and you should use them differently. So you should really take some time to research and check to see what works better for you and how can you really put yourself out there through these social media sites or apps or whatever correctly. And I bring that up to bring up Facebook Live, which a lot of us have been using lately. I feel like ever since Super Saturday, we've been using it more. And I think it's a beautiful thing, but I also think that some of us may not be using it the way that we probably should. I'm not an expert by any means, but I did a little bit of research. And I've been looking around and I see some people putting up like 20-second videos, live videos, or a minute live and things like that. And things like that I don't think are really gonna help. Just because if you're gonna go live, then you should probably go live for at least 5 minutes. If it's going to be any shorter, you might as well just do a video. Facebook does have videos as well, as we all know. So we should use these different means differently, because that's what they're made for. And what I did was, for this call real quick, I did a little bit of research, and I have a few tips for those of you who want to use the Facebook Live. I just have a few tips. You can write them down, or you can just look it up.
Eddie, let me interject. Where did you do who did you look into, or where did you do research?
I simply went on Google and put Facebook Live.
Okay.
And it just
curious.
It just popped up.
I'm glad you did that, because I myself, like I was just telling Eddie earlier, that when I went live for the first time, it was on New Year's Eve. And I went live and I'm looking at the video afterwards, and my drunk cousin being silly on the couch was like really drunk. And then I thought to myself, I got to remember that, it's my family. We were having fun. It was New Year's Eve. So it wasn't really a big deal. But I always think to myself that my social media, as much as it's personal, it's also my business platform. For the most part, I use it for business, right? So I thought to myself, let me just be more mindful of when I put, live out there. So I haven't really been using it as much, and I was intended to, I wanted to do that. So I'm glad that you looked into it.
Well, here's the thing. In a situation where you're gonna just do like short videos like that, then that's why you have something like Snapchat, which is great. I use Snapchat now. I love it. And Snapchat, the videos are only up for 24 hours. So that's good. In a situation like that, your embarrassment will be over after 24 hours. So after 24 hours, nobody will be able to see your drunk aunt or whoever it was.
And a lot of people are on Snapchat now.
But with Facebook Live, it's going to stay on your page for as long as you're allowed to be there. And I saw Demerit just asked, what's the difference between Facebook Live and video? Well, as far as you making a video, there's no difference. It's just that with live, you get the interaction of people tuning in to see what you're doing, as opposed to a video where you kind of just make the video and it just stays there. And the live is like more in real time. So
it's actually kind of awesome. Eddie, let me just interject for what you're saying. So Damaris, so live, what happens is that people get alerted that you're going live.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get into that in a second.
Which is awesome. All right, go ahead, Eddie. Sorry.
All right, so,
I love it. I think it's exciting because I'm like, yeah. Then you see everybody commenting, and I'm like, ooh, this piece. Okay. Anyway.
all right. So here are just a few tips that I picked up on Facebook. I mean, I'm sorry, on Google. Number one, you want to tell all your followers ahead of time when you're gonna go live. So you want to kind of alert them. Hey, listen, in half an hour, in an hour, and in a little while, I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna talk about this, that, and the other. That way, they kind of know what you're gonna talk about, and they're kind of anticipating what's gonna happen. So you want to alert them, which is one of the differences between this and a video. A video, you kind of just post it up. The live, you want to alert them because you want to have as many followers as possible following you, which is going to attract more people because they share it and things of that nature. Also, what you want to do is you want to ask your viewers to subscribe to you. It's almost like a YouTube or something like that, where they subscribe. Well, they could do the same thing with Facebook Live. So what happens is you go live. Let's say you're cooking or you're talking about a product or whatever it is. You go live. Once somebody starts following you or starts watching the video live, they can click on there right on their phone or whatever they're on, and they can subscribe. And what happens is every time you go live, they get an alert saying Tanya's live or Yvette's live, whoever's live, and then they come on and watch you. So you wanna let them know that they could do that, and you wanna do that while you're live. So in the middle of your live broadcast, you wanna kind of just say, hey guys, don't forget to subscribe and watch me next time, blah blah. You also want to write a compelling description of why you're gonna go live to kind of attract people. So instead of just saying, hey guys, I'm going live in half an hour, you want to say, yeah, I'm going live in half an hour. I want to talk about a situation I went through last weekend with my mother, whatever it was. Just give a good, compelling description so people know what they're getting before they get there. You also want to go live when you have a strong connection. Because if you have a weak connection, then you're going to lose connection. But in the event that you do lose connection, it'll just pause momentarily until you find a better connection. What you could do is when you go live or before you go live, the little icon on there to go live, if it's faded gray, that means that your connection is not that good. So you should probably get to someone where you have a better connection, because the better connection means that you reach out more people and you won't run the risk of losing connection.
It is cool, Damaris. I really like it.
What you want to do is, and I only have 3 more things real quick. What you want to do is while you're live, people could comment on what you're talking about or ask questions or whatever. But unfortunately, you can't really hit them back text-wise. And besides, you're talking, so you don't want to do that. But since you're looking at the screen, you want to just shout them out. So let's say I'm live, and let's say Millie is like, oh, that's cool, Eddie. I'm like, hey, what's going on, Millie? Whatever, just so they feel like they're part of what's going on. Or if they have a question right then and there about whatever you're going live on, then you can answer that question right then and there. And again, just make everybody feel welcome, make your followers feel welcome, and even if it's somebody new, make them feel like, oh my God, this person's so cool. Like he shouted me out in the middle of the video. So you're a real person. You're not just some video. You know what I mean? Some recording or whatever it is. Let's see. You want to broadcast, and I talked about this earlier. You want to go on for at least 5 minutes. Anything less is I mean, it's all right, but you want to go for at least 5 minutes because you want to give people time to catch you while you're live. If you go live for 20 seconds, like I was talking to Denise earlier about it. If you go live for 20 seconds, oh, look at me, I'm gonna go pick up the mail, come back in, I'm live. By the time you pick up the mail, come back, you're not live anymore, and that's it. And you got a stupid video now on your Facebook that's you going to get the mail. I mean, who cares? And then, but what happens is, if you do these kind of whack videos for 20 seconds here and there, then chances are whenever you go live for something that may be good, somebody may see it and say, oh, that's that white guy who did the video about picking up the mail. Nobody wants to see that crap. You know what I mean? So make sure your stuff is good so that people want to come on there, and make it long enough so that people have the time to go on there. Or let's say I see it and let's say I'm like, oh crap, this is great. Let me hit up Andrea. Hey, Andrea, go check out Denise. Her live feed is great. Then she has a chance to come and see it before it's over. So make it at least 5 minutes. And the last thing is just be creative. Again, don't be boring. Be creative and make these things interesting so that people will subscribe to you and they will watch you every time you come on, which makes your feed bigger and helps you get out there. And for those of us who are a little newer, it helps us get more followers. And with the Team Cup coming up, what do we want? We want followers, more people to follow us. So make these videos good. All right, I need some water. I'm good.
I like that. No, and I wouldn't use it like every second of the day either. I know we don't do that. None of us are doing that. But I you know, I agree with that. Like you want to just put valuable content out there. So for me, like I don't know that I would go live every day, you know, like because you want people to want to kind of look for your videos, right? Were you going to say something, Eddie, about that?
Well, what I was going to say was the tips that I saw on Facebook actually said the contrary. It says if you make them creative enough, you can go on frequently because you're going to have subscribers who want to watch you.
Okay, so then I have to get some subscribers to watch me.
So yeah.
Well, that's good stuff. I really like it. Like I know that a lot of you are familiar with Periscope. It's awesome because it makes your people feel connected to you. So like, you know what we should do? Like maybe come up with some topics as to what we want to present.
I was actually thinking of that, and you know who helped me with that? Shalene. Shalene is freaking awesome, and you know what she does? She puts, and she has 2 big audiences on each platform. She puts it on Periscope and puts it on Facebook Live at the same time. So you don't have to even exactly.
You can pass it from live to Periscope?
No. Like for example, she will put like an iPad on Periscope and her phone on Facebook Live.
Oh, so she's doing one session and she has 2 things facing her at the same time.
So she don't have to merge Periscope to her phone. To her Facebook. She's just doing it both at the same time. And it was crazy when she did it the other day. And I felt like such a groupie because she liked all my stuff. And we were, and she was saying back, like responding back, that is amazing. It makes you feel like Eddie said, it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, she's so awesome. Because they can see what you're commenting, even though they can type it back, but they can respond to you. But if you have a lot of people, obviously you're not going to catch on to every single thing they're writing. But it's important that you make them feel good. Another good thing about Facebook Live that I noticed is that even though when you go off, you can go back to where everybody typed and you can like it.
Oh yeah.
So people can see that you saw it.
It's still there.
So make them feel like you really acknowledge what they said. And that is something that, like I said, as a groupie, I feel special when Shalene Johnson did that. I was like, oh my God!
I actually felt cool when I was doing the workouts with Tony. I think some of you guys watched when I was at the
I watched it.
I thought that was awesome because I know it was very spontaneous and I probably looked like crazy.
No, you were fine.
Really intense workout. It was awesome. But I felt like I wanted to make you guys part of it because I was wishing you guys were there with me. So I almost felt like, I think I was in a basement too. So the connection, I realized that wasn't the best. But it was kind of exciting that I was able to like share at least a little bit of it, like a little bit of the energy.
Another thing that I was going to say, remember that you and I, Denise, were talking about to stop being afraid of sharing more of the business. Facebook Live can be an amazing opportunity. Instead of you creating a post written, you're going to get people's attention by experiencing. For example, you receive a paycheck from Beachbody. You don't have to show it, but you can say what you were able to pay. So for example, you can create a video expressing how amazing that made you feel, or like, you know, how much you have been struggling for so long, like a mini story about it with like that amazing outcome that you found this opportunity and you had no idea about it. It's like you sharing a little bit of your life story, but then again, tweaking it with Beachbody. Okay. And that's another way for you to put yourself out there and not vomiting about Beachbody, but like saying, yo, this is the real deal. Like I started just to lose weight and then this just came boom and it just happened. Another thing that you can talk about. I'm just bringing stuff up because I've been actually writing down.
Andrea, so let me hold you because I want to add to what you just said and then you can share whatever else.
Go ahead.
So in terms of what she's saying of putting snippets of how Beachbody has changed your life, that's definitely something that we're not doing enough of. So whether you've received a $20 check, whether you've maybe haven't received a check yet, or you received a $50 check, or maybe, being part of the community has helped with your confidence, however Beachbody has benefited you to this point, we have to put it out there. We have to put snippets of that stuff and we have to do it every day. Coaches that we're sharing at this conference do that every single day.
No fear.
I realized that I wasn't doing it enough myself after this conference this weekend. Okay. So we cannot be afraid of that. It doesn't have to be income related. It can be anything related, because I know that every single person on this call has, their life has benefited being part of this in some kind of way. Okay. So if you need help, like putting a post out there or a video or whatever it is, please come to either your upline, whoever you want to go to, that, you know, upline, your captain. If you need to just kind of bounce ideas off of somebody, do it. All right. So this cup, this month in particular, we're going to like be helping each other with that. Right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm glad that you brought that up. So then what was your next?
Another thing that I was thinking, for example, you know that we always talk about personal development, right? And we talk so much about it that I know some of you will be like, yes, I know. Stop talking about the same thing. But I am never going to get tired of it, because it has been my life savior. And for example, when I was listening, who was it? I was in the series of Les Brown. And I'm the type that when something strikes me, I start writing. And I started thinking, I said, oh my God, but this idea. So for example, forgiveness, you know, that's a topic that touches a lot of people, right? And it's a very difficult topic, because it is a process. So for example, I am in the process of doing that. So I was thinking that I'm going to make a video based on what I've been actually working on in my personal development in that kind of topic. It's not it's not my business related, but it's relatable to people. And remember, we are relationship builders, and we want people to connect with us. And we're not talking about that we have to make our posts always Beachbody related. We can make them whatever, and people will come to you just because you're putting it out there. You see, just like when you do a post, an inspirational post in the morning, you're not talking about Beachbody. You're just trying to inspire people some way or another. Well, you can do that, creating a live video, talking about a topic like that, something that can get people's attention. Mm-hmm. Another thing for women, I don't know if you guys are all into beauty, but for example, I'm all about tips and things like that. The other day, I learned how to do a braid in the center of my head. And Melissa was like, why you didn't do a video about that? I was like, girl, just take it easy. I was in a rush. But then again, that's part of who I am. It's part of my brand. So I might create that just to give girls tips. Another thing about something, maybe some mask or whatever. You can do that, ladies, for ladies related. So you can attract your avatar, your people that like things like that. It doesn't have to be specifically on topics that can, you know, you have to, like I said, you have to build those relationships based on connections. And people might get turned off if you just bring in the same topics up all again and again and again. So you have to be creative. First of all, you have to figure out what is your brand about. Your brand should be about all those things. Whatever it is that you want to put out there should be speaking from you. Yeah, I know, Jacob. So, for example,
but you know what else I want to share too? Like, if I know that some of you guys are shy to put videos out on your regular Facebook, practice with putting videos out in your challenge group.
Mm-hmm. That's how you
shy about it. You know, I know Damaris is very busy, and I'm putting her on the spot though. Damaris is awesome. She started journaling she started from the very beginning, putting her fitness journey on YouTube, on video. And she's such a natural with it, like just the way that she was just sharing from her heart. So even if you feel like you want to practice, maybe just create some videos and just share with your upline, like whatever that is, like make it your business to be good at videos. Seriously. So if you know, we're not telling you guys have to go Facebook Live. That's not what we're saying. But if it definitely is an amazing feature, this business is, like Andrea was saying, it's all about making connections with people and people learning to trust you. And it's not, I'm telling you right now, social media is changing once again, right, guys? With all this, I mean, I'm trying to catch up myself with some Snapchat. I opened up an account. Vanessa over the weekend was trying to help me figure it out. I was like, I got thrown off, but you know, I'm going to make it my business to learn it. Right. I know Eddie is like my only friend on Snapchat. I think, like Elisa and I think Andrea.
Why you didn't add me? You haven't had me. I don't have it as a contact.
Oh,
no, girl,
I'm sorry about that. I will.
that's not gonna happen.
I couldn't
No,
find you.
but you know what's funny that you just said that everything that they are creating is
I added you, Eddie.
it's life based. It's like you putting yourself out there as you, not writing. Every single app that has been up has to do with videos. Every single one, and all of them are the ones that are in the top right now. So what does that say? Why you think Facebook brought in the Facebook Live feature? Because they know
They got competition. They had to get with it because that's what's in that the Periscope. If anybody's been on a Periscope, that's amazing.
Incredible.
When you're able to actually chat with somebody while they're speaking, and it's really nice. If you guys don't know what it's about, check it out. Do your research like Eddie did. Again, I'm not saying that everybody needs to do this. However, you need to get with the times. I'm telling you right now, because things are changing. And social, like Shalene talks a lot about that. That's why she's constantly has these Instagram impact trainings. She renews them every time. Because social media is constantly evolving, and the way that information is put out there and the way that we're actually grabbing it, it's different nowadays, guys. So make it your business to know more about that. So I know that we're like sharing a lot of information here. It's awesome information. Everybody took really great notes, right? Did everybody take great notes? Show me your notes, because I took notes. All right, awesome. I took notes on the whole Facebook Live stuff because I need to get with it. Shoot, going crazy on Facebook Live with drunk cousins in the background. Don't even go back to my video and check it out. My New Year's Eve video.
Oh my God.
That's just, everybody got that one cousin, right, guys? Come on.
I got a few of those.
Ronnie's like, I got 10. And somebody messaged me while I was going live. Denise, are you tipsy? And I was like, no, not yet. Or somebody, was it you, Andrea? Somebody messaged me, were you drunk? And I was thinking to myself,
said it. Yes,
am I going on live and I'm drunk? I really wasn't. I really did not get drunk for New Year's Eve. I got a little nice. I was feeling nice.
The problem with the drunk is that other people can sense it more than you.
I know, right?
So,
No, I really wasn't. All right, guys. So I know that this has been a lot of information. We're going to continue to exchange information, okay? So I just want to leave you with what we've discussed tonight. Definitely, I know on my end, there's 2 groups that I need to finalize. I think we need 2 more people. Because I'm trying to create another group. This is awesome though. Like I let me see how many teams we got. We have a lot of teams, guys. Like us, like my downline. You got we have a lot of teams. I have to count them up here. I think we have like 10 teams or more. That's actually pretty awesome because I talked to some of the other coaches and they're like 3, 2, or 4. So with, we're doing pretty well. So I'm in the midst of creating another group. So if any of you guys know anyone in your downline, even if they're just starting off, this can totally rock their business, seriously. So reach out to anybody who you think maybe was interested. Again, this would be a really good way because we're going to be working so closely together as a team. All right. So it would be a good way to get some of your people involved. All right, does anybody have questions that we can answer quickly, or everybody knows all the information? We're ready to go. Who's committing to Success Club 20? Some people are like, I'm telling you, put in the work and you're going to reap the benefits. And it's just 30 days, guys, of hustle hard. It's only 30 days. Think of it that way. Seriously.
It's the funny thing that they all scared right now, but when they see that check coming out for all that hard work, they jumping and they be like, shit, I want more. Who do I need to sign up right now? That's the effect of that. And that's what makes this. Why you think these coaches had advanced so quickly in those team cups? Because they become in love with what they see, the results, and they want more. It's just like a fitness journey. Once you see that your abs are getting defined, you think you're going to go and eat some chimis? No, you're going to get that water in.
Not everybody knows what chimis are, girl.
Well, pizza.
It's a big fatty type of Dominican sandwich.
It's like the sloppy Joe Dominican style. Just say like
8,000 calories.
wow. But anyway, what I'm saying is when you in love with results, when you see that kind of results in your journey, you think you're going to go back and ruin it right away? No, you want more because you've seen more.
Damara says when she works, she sees the income. It's true. And you know, guys, don't ever forget that this is about changing lives. Seriously. I know that we mentioned income, but let's take the dollar signs away right now, because if you just focus on income, guess what? This business is going to fall apart on you. It's not going to work. You cannot just focus on dollar signs. You have to focus on how many lives am I going to help change in the month of February? All right, so how many lives are we committing to? Like, write it down, okay? And share it with your team.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
For those of you who are new to this or don't really know what the hell you're getting yourself into, I was the exact same way. The first time I ever did this is my second time. And like Denise said, she was forced by her coach, and I was forced by Denise the first time too. And I was like, Denise, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever it is what it is. And just to let you guys know, that was the first time I actually hit Success Club. And from that, I ran with it, and you guys already know I'm a diamond.
Look at that. That's awesome. True story.
Scary. I'm scared now, but who gives a shit? Just keep going.
I'm scared too.
Oh, I love that attitude.
Fire.
I just love it.
I
love it when people talk like that.
I just gotta cuss once in a while, just like.
I got a potty mouth. I try to keep it.
I like it.
But sometimes that shit just happens, especially when you're on fire.
Well, I want everybody to continue. I know, right? Everybody got a hood? Oh, sure. I don't got a hood. If you got a hood, wear it right now.
When was it that when was that last cup challenge?
The last cup challenge. Oh boy, my brain.
October. It was October because that's exactly when I made diamond.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know if y'all guys can see.
That's pretty awesome.
See my little.
Yay! She has the certificates up.
I was more proud of myself because I did it on my birthday, so it's really an accomplishment.
You see that? And then, like, how proud would you feel after this cup, you know, hitting like crazy amount of points or helping, you know, 10, 15 people? Like, how amazing are you going to feel? Are you going to feel exhausted? Yeah.
It's going to be worth it.
I'm tired now, and I haven't even started it.
I mean, I'm tired, you know, that's just, you know, so let's just hustle. But remember, guys, we are here for each other. Please. There's no judgment. There's no embarrassment. None of that. Okay, right now, take all that shit, throw it out. We're not going to
bury it.
We're not going to feel bad. We're not going to feel guilty. Whatever those feelings are, get it out the way. If you need help, come to your team or go to your upline. Seriously, guys.
Don't let your ego.
Ego will kill you.
People, because I go through that all the time.
Ego will get in your way and stop you from accomplishing your goals. Mm-hmm. So throw the ego out the door.
Tell that bitch to get out of the house. You don't need her.
All right. This is awesome. 26 people on here. We rock.
Mommy.
All right. So is everybody else good? So the page is kind of, I'm getting it together. We're going to finalize some things. Team captains, I'll probably just put you all in a chat where I can stay connected to you guys for team captain support. You will be getting support from Beachbody as well. They're really, really awesome about that. So please utilize all the pages and everything that's available. I think there's a page called Beachbody Champions. Well, no, everybody should be part of that. But there's another one for Cup Challenge. I have to look for it. I know that I'm part of it.
They have both, Denise.
Huh?
They have both.
Okay, so Melissa, so if you get the link, can you post it in the Cup Challenge page for the Facebook Cup Challenge group?
Yes.
Can you find it? And I think I added you to. If I haven't added you yet, we will. Okay. I just created it like 5 minutes ago.
She's such a liar. I can't even deal with it. I can't.
Can we take a picture?
One more thing. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. One more thing. For the sake of the Team Cup, we're going to have these calls every week. Every Tuesday, we're gonna have this call for the sake of the cup in the month of February.
Instead of having team calls, it's all gonna be based on team cup.
It's all gonna be team cup coming together, and so I mean, look at the extra support we're gonna be getting, guys. Well, Nessa, you giving me some signs? I don't know what she's doing. Fingers.
She's holding. We're taking a picture.
Yeah, well, you need to be driving, girl. Oh, okay. All right, so we're ready for a picture, but there's like 2 pages, so we have to go.
Yep.
Melissa, but I want you to put it in the group too, okay? In the cup challenge group the one I just created.
Jacob, can you stop doing that?
No, don't talk to my Jacob like that. Put him on the camera.
Look what he's doing. Putting all my polishes on top of the table.
He is something else. All right, we're ready?
Wait, stand up.
Team cup picture. Ready?
Millie said wait.
Tabby said wait?
No, Millie said wait.
Oh, okay, ready?
Don't cover your face.
Put your game face on. Your game face is on. Looking mean.
Oh my God, I'm so.
Does that hat say Bridgeport?
Wait, one more because we have 2 pages. Next page. I got everybody. Don't even try it. I see you, Jeanette. I see you. Who's this here? Alicia. I see you, girl. Oh, girl, you're part of our team now. Yay! Finally. Love it. All right, guys.
I gotta say, all those girls kicking ass working out with me every day on my Zoom call.
That's what's up.
Anybody down for a 6 o'clock Zoom workout? Raise your hand. I need accountability, guys. I need it too. I'm asking for someone to help me. Where did I go again? I was gonna say Vegas.
Do it.
California threw me off.
Look, she could join you. She's usually awake at that time.
Who?
Vanessa.
That's 3 o'clock in the morning for her. That's not gonna work out.
Hey, Mama D, you need accountability. I'm right here at 3 in the morning. I'll just stay up and have some coffee. I'll just have some coffee for you, and I'll do the workout with you. What are you doing?
Angie and Shayna. I need to get back to Hammer and Chisel.
I'll do it.
I know. What are we doing though?
It's whatever day 2 of week 3 is.
Yeah, whatever you guys. I'm like way off, but it's fine. I'll just hang with whatever is tomorrow. All right, love you guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.